hand it to you. Unmute yourself if you're there. You know, so when you off your camera like that, we not know you to be off your camera. So I'll call the thing, say whether you did there or you not did there.
I good, good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening.
Thank you, sir. Please talk to us.
Our protocol duly observed. Actually, I think I saw the headline. Not one. No, the one that the newspaper article you showed that Tinubu is asking the governors to provide land. Well, I just want to tell you what that headline means to you personally, Niger Watch.
So he's telling the 36 state governor to, by fire, by force, they must give Fulani elders land, you know. So,
what I want to tell you is maybe I wasn't there then. I want to remind you personally now, Niger Watch, that they've given you have to revisit the assignment you solved before in Edo State. So you have to place your platform again to fight.
No, me, I'm not. I don't know if you listen to my submission earlier on.
No, listen now. No, this is not a party affair now, because last time you did it out of patriotism and your love, even joined by Alex. Thank God Alex is here. So I know I'm not saying everybody has to, but they are trying to remind you that you defeated them before. Now you have to, start. You have to
I want
take up the
another
mantle
citizen
again.
to do it this time, to be honest. Because
if the
thank
person
God that you
couldn't,
mentioned someone like Alex and many others. It's only few people that actually appreciated what we did that time. So me, I want to join other citizens, Edo Light, to take the lead this time. Not be we go take lead anymore. You know, fire on the mountain, my people, in case you're not aware.
Whichever way you look at it, you should be involved in one way or the other. Even if I say supporter or league leader, I don't know. But you see, then that's a very sad commentary. You see, when Nnamdi Kanu was talking of Fulanization, thank God I listened to Radio Biafra 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago. People do not understand. What is the point, according to Professor Nigo Tite? More than 300 ethnic groups in Nigeria. Only one only one is asking for land. And to make it worse, to even underline what I call the toxic nature of their agenda, I have to use the word toxic. A Fulani governor, Omar Ganduje, Omar Ganduje got a PhD from University of Ibadan. He said, come, Kano State is enough to contain, we have land. And as a person, I did my youth service in the southern part of Kano. By this, on your way to Jigawa State, come and see vast land. 30 kilometers, you may not see anybody. In fact, as far as the eye could see, nothing. It's just like a plain field. Ganduje asked them, don't go south, come. There's enough land for you in the north here in Kano. We are not talking of any other state, just Kano alone. I mean, these are facts. Yet they want to come. And if you want to talk, hey, Southeast, Niger State is bigger than the entire Southeast. I agree. Even Kebbi State, I agree. Then why then do you want land out of that small one? When you have big ones, you see, the agenda is not a noble one. I want people to know this. It's not. What if people like Ganduje or nobody offered them, say, no land? They would have been saying, okay, nothing. Why are they leaving Kano, where their kith and kin are in charge? They want to move to my local government in the south, Anambra. What are they doing there? What are they coming there to do? You see, that is the reason why everybody must sit up. This time, you don't need to wait for state, because it's compound by compound that makes the town. Or in my own, the way we do it in our place, compound by compound makes what they call Umunna. Umunna by Umunna makes what they call a village. Small village by small village makes the entire town. Different towns makes a local government. Different local government together becomes a state. So if you start to cover that your own, everybody covers. Before you know it, you've covered your at least up to the town level. And then look, this is a battle for everybody to take on. The thing is, they are so brazen. So it is now a national agenda that the president of the country will be telling state governors, bring out land. Is that the problem of Nigeria? Is that the problem facing Nigeria? We are talking of people are being kidnapped left, right, and center. There's, Nigeria, they've forgotten about electricity. That if you like, get like nobody's talking of. Say, let us drink pipe-borne water. Let us have infrastructure, education, schools. Is it not students' loan that they suspended? They don't know it's in abeyance, and they're talking of land. Is that what is more important, bringing out land or making sure that students go to school? You see, why I have to be pointing all this out is that a time has come for people. I know I said it here since last week. Nigerians should now be thinking of post-Nigeria republics. This thing we are looking at as if it's nothing. This thing will consume when the result of if we allow this, because if really you want to do ranching, in my home state of Anambra, Agwata local government, there's a ranch. One man established a ranch called Orient Farms. There are cows there. See them milling around. So many farms. His own. The cattle does not live even that part of the ranch and then move to the town, move to any other place. So what are we talking about? Why should somebody be trying to pull the wool over our eyes? Every state should bring out land. The Fulani must live in every. Is that the way? Which means they are not indigenous to Nigeria. Thank God I've learned here they were driven away from Zimbabwe, Central African Republic, even Ghana, Guinea, Mali. They had no right. It's only in Nigeria. Why? To be honest with you, nobody can endure this. Well, to me, the battle line is now drawn. Anybody that wants land can give to them. But all I know is that no, it can't happen. Any of the Southeast governors that can ever say bring out land, well, I don't want to say anything, but they know it. What sort of nonsense is this? Is that one? So Nigeria exists only for them. If their practice or whatever they are doing is so good, why were they driven out of Zimbabwe? Why were they driven out of Mali? Why are they finding difficulties? Even in Senegal, in Guinea, Ghana, they don't try it. My friend in Ghana told me that the president announced any wandering cattle let it become your stomach infrastructure. I mean, why? What is special about them and the Nigeria? What really is special? What I want to know, because there are certain things I yet to know. I want to. What really is special? We've been suffering this problem since they booted out Jonathan. Now look at terrorism everywhere in Nigeria. Gumi is asking Tinubu should go and negotiate with. Yesterday, I think the headline was "Give them hope." Now we are seeing Gumi should go and negotiate with terrorists, abduct them, that abducted school, build the schools for them, give them hey, Jesus Christ. So this is a country I have to belong to. You see, I want people listening to me to understand why, when some of us are wishing for a separate existence after outside Nigeria, don't blame us. We don't. It's not hate. If I maybe you are from one part of the Nigeria, I said my part want to sort of break. I mean, not really break away, just to stay a bit apart and survive. Do not think I hate you. If we meet outside Nigeria, we rejoice. If you come into my country as a foreigner, like somebody going to Ghana or Sierra Leone, we won't drive you away. But let it be that we can now enforce our own laws and then help to preserve our civilization. Then all this, is that what we should be talking to now? Only this land. Why? Thank God for Ganduje. He said, come, there is land. What are they coming? Are people not? By the way, what is the population of Kano? They will tell you there are more people. People live. Why not live there? They've given you what you want. Why must it be? And it's not even one or two states, every state. So you want to plan them in every state. There's an agenda, there's a hidden agenda behind it. And that is what is sort of, making people's antenna, so to speak, to stand up. 36 states, you must give them land. They must settle in every 36 states. Hey, oh God. You see, You must give them 36 states. They must live there. You bring out land is for them. Ha! I asked one historian from my side the other time. I happened to meet him in one platform. I said, look, you are old, you are more than 80 years. Please, in your history, you read history at Oxford and all those. I said, they said they used to have a grazing route. I said, did grazing route come through our land? In this, I said, for where? So what are they talking about? When did this one start? Alhaji Sheikh Shagari was a Fulani man. He was a president. Why all this now? Why all this now? Why? So the agenda is just that what they told Tinubu. Remember, that's why they rigged. They did everything. 400 million naira spent on IREV and beavers was set aside. Even if you like, catch Tinubu red-handed with any crime, no way. They are hell bent on putting him. At most they will tell you, no, we can't look at it. It's not this. Till today, the result of presidential election from every polling unit in Nigeria is not with INEC. It's not ready. You can't see it. Yet they've declared somebody winner. You see, look, this as much as somebody may think I'm lamenting, Nigerians should wake up.
Roundups are 1 minute.
Yes, Nigerians should wake up. All they need to do is defend your father's compound and your environment. If all the millions in the anywhere is defending, before you know it, everywhere is defended. Don't just listen to any. No state governor has the land has access to my own land. No way. No way. So all this type of something they are just talking, it won't work. It won't work. They know it. Who is saying that Dr. Lex Oti has already issued land for ranching at Tiabia? Where is it? Which place? People should not carry rumor that they don't know. Where Lex Oti issue land for ranching? They should come and establish ranch in the. Is that what they're asking you for? All these things are nonsense. It's a lie. But let me just end it like this. I'm calling on everybody to wake up like they say and smell the coffee, see the handwriting on the wall. They had better do something now before it's too late. We thought that with Buhari's regime, this nonsense has come to pass. Ruga, this. Look at what they are doing in Benin. Now they want to bring it down south. Why did the Igboho, why did the Igboho stood up to defend his people? Let's leave it now the kind of for a while. What made the Igboho to stand up? If people feel that they can keep quiet and then allow the events to play out, your generation will be wiped out before you know it. There's a sinister, very toxic agenda. 36 states, every state should bring out a land for the Fulani. Because of what? So that we can be in the same country. To hell with Nigeria if that is the case. Thank you, Niger Watch.
All right. Augustine, thank you very much, sir, for that submission. God bless you. I appreciate you and for your time with us. Thank you, sir. Meanwhile, yes,
please,
sir.
I just want to add to what Dr. CF said now. You will all recall that during the presidential election, the campaign season, Buhari was on the sideline. He was not ready to support Mr. Tinubu. I want to believe that during that period, that was when the arrangement was made. He has to agree to continue this Ruga thing in exchange for the support of Buhari then. Because I see no reason why Mr. Tinubu, a Southwest president who happens to now emerge and is now in charge of the country, even though illegitimately, will be pursuing this herdsmen, land Ruga thing. It's just so. It's the only way you can put it, you can just sum it up, is that there is an arrangement. There is an arrangement, and he's sticking to his own side of the bargain. That is what is going on. Thank you.
Okay. I can see none of you have contributed to the report of Mr. Abure. So
no, this is in Niger Watch. There are things that are so much. You know, this is like life and death issue. Abure may be Labour Party internal affair, but this Ruga something. Is this why? So Tinubu has not even okay.
No,
Why that? Why? Anyway, well, let me hold on.
don't worry.
Thank
We'll
you.
come to it again. I just received a message from the Labour Party. Anyway, I don't want to mention name here, but I forwarded it to you, Mr. Jonathan. Please read it out for everybody, sir. If you can help me with do that. Mr. Jonathan, are you there? Can you hear me, sir? Mr. Jonathan?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mr. Elvis.
Do you get my message?
Okay, 1 second.
Thank you, guys. Help us to press on the like button and help us to share as well. Let me check. Okay, we have a couple of other links here as well. Okay.
Yeah, I got a message. It said Julius Abure grant plan to perpetrate himself and lackeys in Labour Party. Julius Abure, you want me to read it, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind, or you want me to take it.
Julius Abure, the message is that Julius Abure many indictments and scandals have rendered his position as national chairman of Labour Party untenable, or so you would think. Abure and some members of his National Working Committee members have hatched a clandestine plan to perpetuate themselves in office for another 4 years, at least unbeknown to 99% of party members. Right after the off-cycle governorship elections in 2023, Abure and his national secretary, Umar Farouk Ibrahim, secretary, submitted notification for the party's national convention to INEC. The purpose of the convention is to elect new leaders for the party for the next 4 years. Proposed dates and venue for the convention was 29th March 2024 in Benin City, where Abure, until recently, believed to be his fortress. Recall he engineered his coup, which brought him to power in 2021 in same Benin City. Abure and Farouk have kept the proposed convention a secret from the entire party. However, following his recent arrest in Benin City prior to the party's Edo State gubernatorial primaries, Abure, realizing he holds little sway in Benin, sent a letter to INEC last week requesting change of date and venue for the secret convention. He now plans to hold his coronation on the 27th of March in Umuahia, Abia State, Governor Alex Otis' domain. Unfortunately for Abure, this second secret letter to INEC, signed by himself and Farouk again, found its way to social media earlier today. Until today, 99% of Labour Party members were completely ignorant of this secret plan, already well underway. Abure's plan to keep the convention a secret and conduct it with only a handful of loyal state chairmen, secretaries, and faithful lackeys in attendance. These lackeys will then crown him, and those National Working Committee members who have been faithful to him, keeping them at the ends of party affairs for another 4 years. The likes of Olushi Okpara, who recently blew the whistle on Abure's alleged forgery and embezzlement, will be effectively swept aside as treasurer of the party, and all other expose on Abure's misdemeanor effectively suppressed. The grand plan was to culminate in an announcement on Good Friday morning, 28th March, notifying the rest of the party that the convention had held and Abure returned as chairman. The long Easter weekend would then help cushion the shock and backlash, but leave most party members with no time or option to react. This was not the only instrument in Abure's magic box to ensure he is crowned king of Labour Party come March 27, 2024. Wow. Mr. Elvis, you want me to continue to read this?
Yes, because it's coming from a top.
Okay, then. Abure has also
they just brought it for me now. It was not part of my broadcast.
Abure has also carefully crafted a convention guideline which stipulates no party members who joined the party within the past 2 years is eligible to vote or be voted for at the convention. This guideline was inserted deliberately to neutralize the obedient movement from playing any role in the convention. If for any reason news of same inadvertently leaked out. Abure and his co-conspirators have also not informed any potential aspirant of the secret convention. No forms have been sold to any aspirant or delegate, which means that Abure and his cohorts will eventually be the sole candidates on convention day and be returned unopposed to their plumbed positions. Unknown to the general public is that Abure is currently in hiding and has not shown himself in public more than thrice since his arrest in Benin. He has only visited the party secretariat in Abuja once since February 23rd and operates from a secret location in Area 11, Abuja. He does not sleep in his known residence and often disguises to sleep in different discreet hotels in Abuja. All of this to evade rearrest for his various attempted murder, forgery, financial embezzlement charges. Indeed, this secret convention is his final desperate attempt and grand plan to evade the long arm of the law. He has been hiding behind the powerful office of Labour Party National Chairman to evade prosecution and often accuses the President Tinubu-led government of political persecution to distract the unsuspecting Nigerians public from his various heinous activities. Perpetuating himself in power remains the only protection he has from the law. Indeed, the Attorney General of the Federation Office has been reluctant to file criminal charges of forgery against Abure in spite of recommendations for same from the Nigerian police for fear of being accused of persecution by Abure. Abure is desperate to hide behind the office of Labour Party chairman. What remains unclear is if Alex Otti and indeed Peter Obi are part of this grand conspiracy to keep Abure in office. As the national leader of the party, it is impossible to imagine. Sorry for the interruption.
Just continue. That, yeah.
Okay. As national chairman of the party, it is impossible to imagine that Abure intends to perfect his grand plan without the knowledge and cooperation of Alex Otti and Peter Obi. To be sure, the secret convention is now scheduled to hold under the protection of Alex Otti in Umuahia, Abia State. What is certain is that this leaked letter to INEC has thrown a major spanner in Abure's work. As this report is being published, a major conflict has broken out between Abure and Farouk, with the former accusing the latter of deliberately leaking the document to the public, as he wants to emerge national chairman rather than himself.
Please, those documents, just read one or two from it, coming from the CP. You saw the document?
Yes. Appeal against Abure affirmation as, yeah. This is a case has been filed in the court. This is a case in the Court of the Appeal of Nigeria in the Abuja Judicial Division, brought under Section 6 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. Take notice that this honorable court, we moved on, this is
okay.
On the 6th of March 2024, the honorable court delivered judgment in appeal number CAABCV 55924 between Julius Abure and...
Okay, let's leave this one. Let's leave this one for now, sir. Because of time, I will take proper time to come showcase everything else. You see, the reason why I deliberately want Mr. Jonathan to take this, I would have chosen any other person on the panel anyway. Mr. Jonathan was not even informed of this, it was like a surprise for him, because it came to me. I just decided, okay, who can I give this to? If Madarita was here, she was the one that normally helped me in taking things like this before. You know, to me, because I'm waiting me talk for this matter, 9 people they want here. Information they reach us, that will not be the issue. But I want to let Mr. Abure to know, please, sir. Please, sir, I have so much respect for you. Resign and look after your wife and your children. The allegations is just too much. The heat is too much. And you are doing more. You are still adding more to what we already know. I don't understand. You know, I don't know why some of you are not calling him to resign. Because some of you are arguing he must not resign, must be there. It's destroying the reputation of Labour Party. That is one thing you guys must understand. But nevertheless, what do I know? Let's move on. I appreciate everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan.
But if Mr. Elvis,
Yes,
if this document were to be true, and that there is a convention that is planned for the last weekend of March 2024, and if indeed Abure eventually emerged as the national chairman of Labour Party again, then Labour Party is all a trash, and anybody associated with that party is a trash.
okay.
I'm sorry to say, including Mr. Peter Obi himself, anybody is that's it. That's my own humble opinion here, because the best thing now, even for those that are leaders within the party, within Labour Party now, what they should be aiming for is to give him a soft landing, and the best possible way is to use the National Convention in an open, transparent manner to make sure that new set of people, leaders emerge, and make it an open playing field for everyone to participate. Let the whole world see it. Or anything short of that, yes, Mr. Obi should be very, very concerned. Something in me is saying that I don't believe they will go ahead with the National Convention. Abure still emerge as the national chairman, and you are coming out to say anything again about as an opposition in Nigeria. For me, as a Nigerian, I will oppose such individual with every breath that is in me. How can whatever you are saying from that point on will be scrutinized? Even Mr. Peter Obi come out and say from consumption to production, I will scrutinize him, and he will have to stand and prove. I will put it out there. You can't do that. You know?
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. To be honest, for me, henceforth, I'm going to be talking less when it comes to Labour Party or Mr. Abure or whoever that is in Labour Party, because I notice saying that my own, I want the year for his side. You know, let's leave it the way. If the people on the panel don't want to talk about it, we'll be skipping it. To be honest, because it's funny. It's funny. It's really funny. Remember, I'm not gonna give me my credit to. I talk and right from time say, Mr. Peter Obi must be careful. Maybe say the white garment way wear, may these people not go put oil. And remember, say I first talk this thing for you. Okay, I'll remind you now. Something when it comes to that time. Thank you very much, Michael Oganamaro. God bless you, sir, for this wonderful support. I really do appreciate this. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you. Let me call on the next person to speak to us. Give us a mandate. Thank you very much, sir, for your patience. Then before I come to Mr. Alex, please talk to us. Give us a mandate if you are there, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night to everyone. Happy weekend to everyone. Comment section, greetings to everyone. Glad to see that everyone is doing okay by God's grace. Well, on the state of the nation again, well, I think it's so interesting to see how things are actually playing out in the country. At this time, the only solution that the country has is to just separate, disintegrate the country. Let every religion or let every one just go their way. And it's not too far from the fact that it will be clear to you now to now understand the reason why it was so important for Buhari to help the person in power today in court to rig the election, and then they did everything they did to bring him in. Even in the during Buhari's time, the cry for land for the headsmen was not as bold as this. This one is like you're issuing them an ultimatum, like a directive. Go and give land to the herdsmen. And not just in the northern part of the country, give them land in every 36 states of the country. That means, if you look at it very well, the Fulanis are minute in number. They are not as predominantly large as the Hausas that we have. And so now for them to actually be able to carry out their Fulanization of the country and then achieve this agenda, you have to give them land now in every 36, in all the 36 states of the nation, including Abuja. I mean, they already have land. I mean, they have their domain in the north, because as it stands today, even though they are predominantly low in number in the northern part of the country, they control virtually everything in the north. They control everything in the north. And these are people that you can barely probably even trace their origin in the north. Now, who they are now using to carry out this agenda is now clear to Nigeria that this person himself is not a Nigerian. A man with double identity, a man with criminal record in the United States of America. They believe that once he's there, they can use him to achieve the agenda. That was the plan from onset. And that was why it was pertinent for them to do everything possible to make sure that they rig the election, even though Mr. Peter Gregory won the election, for this person to come into power. The sad thing about this whole thing is that Nigeria is sitting on a gunpowder, but they don't really understand what is going on. Nigeria is on a keg of explosives, but they don't really know. And you see these people sit down, even in the house, legislating bill, stealing money, doing all they can do to amass wealth to themselves and their families without paying attention to the risk that the nation is sitting on today. And why is it a risk? If you and your men fought in Edo State tooth and nail for Obaseki not to release land to the herdsmen in Edo State, Sunday Igboho fought his own in Oyo State, Nnamdi Kanu did his own in the southeast, do you now think that this person, this criminal drug baron, asking the governors to give herdsmen land will not set the country ablaze? Because ordinarily, the governor that's going to give anybody land as his own father, their own father they also have their own land. Why not go and give them your own father's land if that's what you want to do? The country is sitting on an explosive, and Nigerians are not paying attention to it. Because will you by force go to somewhere in Anambra and go and take somebody's land and say, because the president said you must give land to the herdsmen, okay, it is your own land we are now giving to them? Or you will go to Ibarapa and take somebody's land and just give to them? Or you go to Akono in your state and go and take maybe somebody's land and say, okay, we are giving this land to the herdsmen. The country is sitting on an explosive, and these guys, all they care about is building or sinking 100 borehole for over 12 billion naira. Paddling budgets with trillions of naira, and they are not paying attention to the doom that is about to befall the country. Because this is the number one man in quotes now trying to act like a tyrant, as a dictator, and tell the taxis governors, go and give them land. Regardless of where you get the land, it doesn't matter to you. Come on. If you so much love the Fulanese, why not go and give them land in Guinea Conakry? If you so much love the Fulanese, why not go and give them land in Niger? If you so much love the Fulanese, why not go and give them land in Ghana? Do you know in Ghana, the Fulanese have no, they don't have any settlement in Ghana. In our neighboring Ghana, they chase them out in Ghana. But only in Nigeria, they now have to get land in all the 60 states of the country. That means they want to create their presence, and so it will now be easy for them to carry out their colonization and their jihad agenda on the country. Nigerians, open your eyes. And so when they now talk about having people in the military, they have an intention also to bring these people through the back door. Because if a Boko Haram person is caught today, an authority have to be given from the seat of power. Oh, this person is being caught, is a Boko Haram member. Should we let them go? They just say, release them and let them go. They have the agenda. They are coming through the back door to infiltrate our country, and Nigerians are not paying attention to it. These guys are in for something. It is beyond ordinarily giving them land. There is an intention. The intention is the colonization and the jihadist agenda. If Tinubu so much care about them, take them to Guinea Conakry and give them land there. It is high time. I don't think this thing can work. Let everybody go their way. It cannot work. It may not work. It will not work. Let everybody go to their tents. Because the country is going down every day. Every day, the country is sinking. And these elderly guys are not paying attention. They are in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s, in their 90s, and they are not paying attention. These guys, they enjoy the best of Nigeria when Nigeria was very, very ripe. You know, when you get orange and you get a ripe orange, you cut the orange, you will enjoy the juice. These guys, they enjoy the juice of Nigeria. But today, they are leaving Nigerians with bones, without meat. These elderly men that you have their picture, from the criminal drug baron, certificate forger, dual citizenship, to the one that was in NDDC as a chairman, stole money from there. That's why allegedly we all saw it. They have sucked Nigeria, and they are leaving Nigerians with bones. And now, it is now after stealing money, you have to give Fulani's land by all means, regardless of where you get the land from. It doesn't matter if they buy Mr. Chukuma in the east, or they buy Mr. Adeshola in the southwest, or they buy Mr. Eromosele in the south, or maybe in Edo. Just give them Mr. Eromosele's land, whether you buy him or not. Just give them land. That is the command. Nigerians, are we going to open our eyes and let this whole thing slide like this? The next 3 years is not guaranteed. Nigeria is on a keg of gunpowder, and these elderly men, including pastors, imams, traditional rulers, they are not paying attention. The GOs, the bishops, the archbishop, they are not paying attention. You are not paying attention, guys. You are not paying attention. You are not really paying attention. You are not paying attention. You are not. Turkey will be a child's play. Haiti will be a child's play. Nigerians, pay attention. If this man can tell the governors to now go ahead and give them land, regardless of how they get the land that my forefather gave to me or gave to my father, and my father is planning to give in that land, you are now going to take it and give it to a terrorist or to a Fulani person because they are herdsmen. And so, what happens to me? What happened to me? What will happen to me if you give them my land? Maybe our farmland, for example, now maybe in somewhere in a corner in your state, you now take our cassava plant or a cocoa plant or a banana plantation, and then you give them to herdsmen. What happened to me? What is my hope? What is my future? What is my agenda? That means you erase my history. For some other history, for some other people that they don't even have any heritage in the Nigerian scene at all. And these elderly men, they are not paying attention. These pastors are not paying attention. These GOs and the bishops are not paying attention. These popes, they are not paying attention. Nigeria, your house is about to go in flame and you are not paying attention.
Round up 1 minute, sir.
All the lawmakers are doing is how they can pad budgets, and the future generation are being destroyed. A 20 years old girl child in Nigeria have never enjoyed anything good from the government. Let's reduce to about 20 years old girl child. A 20 years old boy have not seen anything as good governance in Nigeria because of this evil man. And today, the governor for your state, for example, like Sheyi Makinde, have to go and take our land, maybe in Ibarapa, and give it to herdsmen. For what reason? And what happened to us? Nigerians, pay attention. Peaceful separation is better. It is better we go in peace than for all of us to be consumed and we don't have a country anymore. It cannot hold anymore. More so now, you now have the worst of us ruling us from the top. There's a criminal case in the United States. The vice president allegedly sponsored Boko Haram. The third man, NDC saga, the chief of staff was a thief in the United States of America. The governor of Ogun State has a mugshot. All of them, so the country has to look like them, has to be bad as them. Nigerians, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. 80 will be a child's play. 80 will be a child's play. Pay attention, Nigeria. These elderly men, they are gone. Their souls have been sold. Their soul have been sold to the devil. They are wicked. They are satanic. You don't care. They can sacrifice their own seed as much as they have what is called mammon. Nigerians, pastors in particular, GOs, bishops, archbishop, reverends, pay attention. What goes around comes around. It is coming to hurt you guys. Pay attention. Thank you very much. Aidi Maika.
Thank you. Oh, God give us a mandate. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Okay.